weird book habits?
Just the quickie. I guess I am a book hoarder. Oh wait, are you recording?
This has been enlightening.
Library? What weird reading habits do I have? That's kind of a weird tip.
Don't be jealous.
Here's what I do. If I'm getting to a really tense scene in a book, I have to take my bookmark or piece of paper and like cover up the bottom of the page because my mind naturally wants my eyes to go and like look ahead and see what happens, but the rational part of my mind wants to like wait until I get there to know what happens. So I have to like keep myself from spoilers. I don't know. I do like to have lots of books going simultaneously, like one, but in different formats. Like I have like one physical book I'm reading and one ebook that I'm reading and one audiobook that I'm listening to, or one in my car and one on my phone. People always ask me like, how do you not get them confused? But I feel like if you watch different like TV shows or things like that, you watch them in segments each, week all mixed up and you don't get them confused. So I don't know. I think your brain just knows what you're reading.
I have like selective like rankings of bookmarks. Like if I got this bookmark on that means that's like the primary book I'm reading. If I have another one, it's like the secondary. And if there, for some reason there is a third one, it's just like whatever I can find. My main bookmark is basically, it's a playing card that I've been using for like 15 years. But I've even done that where I'm like, I'll be reading 2 books at a time. Or something like one's nonfiction, and I'll get more into one than I started with, and I'll switch the bookmarks. But like, no, now you're in first place. And this is a really petty thing, like clearly the books don't care what's being used. But I care. I have like other weird tics, like I need to stop reading if I have to stop, I don't want to stop in the middle of a chapter. Like I'll keep reading. So, and the worst is like when you do something like, I'm like, getting really tired. Let me see if I can just start one more chapter, and then 4 pages into that chapter you realize it's the longest chapter in the whole book. So I just do one of those.
Guess I'm staying awake.
Yeah, I guess I'm staying awake. Yeah, that's...
I can put down a book mid-sentence and then pick it up and just keep going. And that really is because I had young kids and I was always reading, and I had to stop for immediate attention to prevent death or injury at some point, or just to stop the screaming or whatever was going on. So I would put down my book, just know where it was and pick right up, and I still do that today. Although now I think I probably prefer to get to the end of a chapter, but if I'm falling asleep and I've read that chapter, paragraph 3 times, then I'm gonna stop wherever I, open my eyes again.
So jealous.
If I get a paperback book that is new, I am determined to make sure it still looks new after I finish reading it. So I do not bend the book back on itself or, break the spine, so that everything looks new yet. And then if I hand it out to somebody to read and they turn it back and there's a crack along the spine, it's like... Hardcover books, even if they're not new, I will do this. I will take the jacket off and read the book, and then when I'm finished, I'll put the jacket back on so the jacket doesn't get torn or frayed while I'm reading it. My daughters will borrow books that I have, like the Harry Potter series. I've got the whole series, and they'll ask to borrow a book, and I will take the jacket off and give them the book.
I can't read with music on at all. It has to be dead silent no matter what. Like, that's just how I work. I literally can't read unless I'm in like a super quiet room. Like I can't even like listen to music when I read usually. I'm a very thorough reader. For the most part, if I'm interested in it. I like to highlight everything and annotate everything in a book. And then what I usually do when I'm done reading a book is I'll probably read it like at least once more to see if there's anything that I missed from the first time reading it, and then I write it down.
But I have a weird thing where I always have to have a book. I like each couch in bed, and in my so wherever I am, I pick it up so I have multiple books going at the same time. Like one in my purse usually, like when I pick my kids up, and then one by my bed, and then one by my couch. So we have all these books, and my husband likes musician autobiographies, anything about bands, and I have like nonfiction and romance and mysteries and stuff. And I can't have one shelf be all the same, so I specifically like move them around. So if anyone comes up to my shelf, they can pick either a music book, a mystery book, a romance book. So they're all under, like all of them are split up. Nothing is like categorized together.
So it's deliberately uncategorized.
Yes.
All right.
That's weird. That is weird. That I do that. I have piles and piles of them, and like I have this weird idea in my brain that someday something is going to happen to me, and I'm going to be stuck in my house, and then I'll need all these books, and like I'm kind of looking forward to that time when there's this huge blizzard, or like I am 100 years old and I just can't get out, and then I'm going to read through my whole library. So I collect them and think I'll get to this someday. I do also, maybe this is a weird habit, I love Sherlock Holmes, and I have read all of it up to the last like 5 stories, which I've been saving for old age. So I'm looking forward to those someday.
Why are you saving them?
I don't want to be done with them.
Oh, you can just go back and read. Yeah.
But it's kind of nice knowing like that's waiting for me.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for watching. What would you have said? Comment down below with your answer and let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.